And I'm live. Hopefully, I'll get my viewers popping in here. I know I am 15 minutes late. My beard is all crazy. And I apologize for being late. I had some last minute errands to run. And then got screwed over at McDonald's because the order was for here, but somebody packaged to go and treated it as a to go order. So I'm sitting there for 20, 30 minutes waiting for my food. So we rushed home. Yo, Texas Scent and Sapper Smokes, how you guys doing? Sorry if my audio's bad today. The dog chewed up my earbud and yeah. I don't have earbuds to do with right now, so... And I don't have a portable mic set up yet. I gotta order that on payday. I'll get a little stand mic right here. That'll pick me up better. But for today, I am going to be enjoying some Orlick Tobacco Golden Slice. Now, as a disclaimer, I have opened this, I have smoked it already, and I really, really enjoy it. I get fresh, grassy taste. I get, like when you cut a lawn, I get a nice orange peel taste, like an orange citrus. It is very, very pleasant. On hot days, it's just a wonderful smoke. I got it at my local Cigar International. Paid about 20 bucks. After taxes. Well, no, I didn't actually pay 20 bucks. I paid less than that because veterans discount, since I am a vet. But yes, I get to enjoy this. I am going to be smoking it in my custom built I don't know which one exactly this is, because I can't see the number, but that is my custom built. So if you know the design number, you know what I'm smoking out of. I got this at an antique store, paid $35 for it, and had just to put a tiny bit of elbow grease in it just to get it cleaned up, cleaned out, so it didn't have no funky tastes. Get the stem cleaned up because it was oxidized. But thank you for letting me know that my audio is going well. I'm trying to talk a little louder so I can be heard better. Because I got comments last time that when I didn't use my earbuds, that the audio was a little low. Thank you. Now to light up. Sorry about the dogs in the background. I have a Chihuahua Black Lab mix. So it is the size of not a teacup Chihuahua, but like a regular Chihuahua. It's the size of that, maybe a little taller, and it looks like a miniature Black Lab, just with a Chihuahua head. But yeah, it's an interesting dog. So, he barks at everything. Yeah, well, this dog has the anxiety of a Chihuahua, but thinks it's the black lab, like a full-grown black lab. It is hilarious. He'll go and bark at dogs 4 times his size, like he's gonna rip their throat out. And it's like, dude, that dog can eat you. Yes, a friendly, loud-mouthed, psychotic dog. That is spot on. But, see, I'm not into cats that much. I've had cats. They're great. If I buy property and have outbuildings, yeah, I'll get cats because they're great mousers and ratters. So, but I don't, as a pet, not really. My ex-wife was a crazy cat lady. And so we had a bunch of cats, so I'm just kind of, ooh. Texas Scent says he's having some cat black gold. Nice background, man. Love my cats and doggos. Yeah, this is, we flipped the table around back here, so now you get to see the trees. But we're trying to sell this place. Even though I haven't fell down the stairs in about 8 months, I was doing that, and we decided that we're gonna put the hey smoke snacks. How about it says stacks? So I've got a Rossi and I think it's a knockoff Dunhill, but it says Dunhill made in England on it. It's like one of the cheapo ones. And then I got 2 corn cobs. One's a little itty bitty bowl one, great for tasting new tobaccos in. And then I just got a regular meerschaum corn cob, and then these 2 estate pipes. There's that fresh cut grass. Yeah, that I believe I got that one in Iraq. That's why I think it's like a knockoff. It was through the PX. The SPPC is here. So in total, I've got 6 pipes. Ah, the Sapper Pipe Club. I was wondering. I was like, oh. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Be a cult to Zach. That shows dedication to a fellow. What do you call him? My brain's farting on me. Content creator. There we go. neighbor. He's a cool guy. He grew up in California with me. He's originally from Mexico City, grew up in Long Beach, California. I grew up in Costa Mesa, so it's all SoCal, and we ended up being neighbors here in Texas. Thank you, AD. Angry Dracolo? I don't know. I got it at the Post Exchange in Iraq. All they smoke in Iraq is like hookah and cigarettes. The Miami cigarettes weren't bad. I like those. Those were like $5 a carton. But if you guys want to see something cool, it says smoked by all shrewd judges. A dragon and a jackalope. That's an interesting mixture. I served from 2005 till 2016. But yeah, I miss those days. Deploying downrange, sitting out in the desert on a nice cool evening, puffing on a pipe or a cigar, just enjoying it. Thank you, Francisco. Ooh, Cliff brings up a good question. My job in the Army was an 88 mic, which was motor transportation. I was a truck driver. My audio still good with talking low? So I'd have to say for my favorite alcohol and tobacco combination, I really was enjoying Lead Slinger with vanilla custard. Okay, good, Cliff, because I'm just running straight from the laptop today. Pongo chewed up my AirPod. Kids got into Iron Skull got into it, which is my littlest one. We call him Iron Skull because he hits his head on everything and it's like a skull made of iron. He may cry a little bit, but nothing much. But hey Cliff, if you want to come over, you can. We can do that thing we were talking about the other day if you want to do it today. But my favorite alcohol, I really like Rebecca Creek alcohol. I haven't paired that with anything because I haven't bought any lately. That last bottle I had was Lead Slinger, and now I'm working on Cliff 3188's bottle of Woodford Reserve because he left it at my house, and so I was like, you leave it at my house, I'm drinking it. Yeah, they're okay when it. I've got that one as well, which is an old oxygen tank, acetylene tank, and they cut out a cross in it and they used it as the hanging piece, and it's on a chain with a metal disc in there, and it makes noise as well. That one takes a big wind to do, but with the breeze, the regular wind chimes are nice. Well, there's a lot of different jobs in infantry. You gonna be a 11 Bravo, 11 Charlie, what? Yes, it is nice and industrial. It's really heavy too. It took me and my wife to put it up. There, you can hear it now. The higher pitch one is the other ones that are over here, and then the lower pitch one is that you hear doo doo is the big one. Oh, you're in Europe? Oh, I'm sure they're similar. I mean, the MOS numbers may be different, but like, are you going to be a mortarman? Do you want to be infantry where you're actually like shooting people with guns, or do you want to be dropping mortars on people's heads? If you don't mind me asking, what country in Europe are you in? So you want to be a real ground pounder, shooting guns and taking names and not dropping mortars, making it rain steel. Make it rain lead. Spain. I never worked with the Spaniards army. I've worked with Polish, UK, and what was that one country? I forget, some Middle Eastern army besides like Iraqi or Afghani army. Serving isn't for everyone, that's for sure. You got to be able to do shit when you're being told to and not question it. I'd never actually worked with the Kurdish military, but I hear those guys are the bomb compared to the rest of the Iraqi army. Well, that sucks. Gotta love medical disqualifications. So, a little history on me. Was it like 7 generations ago? My great grandfather, 6 times or 7 times great, was a Hessian soldier from Hesse, and which is now Germany. But he came and fought for the British against the colonists during the American Revolutionary War, got captured, actually saw what the Americans were fighting for, and enlisted into the Continental Army and fought for American independence. So I can literally say my ancestor fought on both sides. But yeah, Francisco, don't ever put that pipe down. Be that one guy that smokes a pipe instead of all the other yahoos who smoke cigarettes. So I have family members dating back to the American Revolution that has fought in every major U.S. conflict since the American Revolution. That happens. Don't take it to heart. My grandmother was the first graduating class of Women's Army Air Corps during World War II for the United States. My dad didn't serve. It skipped him. I'm adopted, by the way, so like the family history that I'm going through that goes back to the Revolutionary War is from my birth side of the family, my birth mom's side of the family. Well, getting deployed is not for everyone, I'll tell you that. Sometimes you gotta do some questionable things to make sure you go home. It's either you or them. And by what I mean questionable, ow, getting shot in the hand sucks. I thought about busting out a cigar, but I don't have a cigar cutter, so I gotta wait till I go back to CI to smoke my cigars. When I say do you have to do questionable things, like in Iraq, they were using kids to attack convoys because they would kidnap a family, tell the father, you're going to use your son to attack this convoy. If not, we're going to kill everybody in your family. And so that's why we were called baby killers, because the kids would be attacking us and we'd have to defend ourselves. Just make sure you follow every lawful order. If it's unlawful, you have every right to say no. Yeah, it is disgusting. I wouldn't call them child soldiers. I'd call it more of forcing. What did he do in the the British Royal Signal Air Corps? Did he like decipher messages? Was he like commo? So a little quick touch on this. I'm getting a really sweet, tobacco-y flavor, like a light nicotine type on my tongue. Very good. Very good. Definitely like if you're out in a field of grass, I don't, hold on. Pongo, quit it! Sorry. Cliff is right. But I'm getting a nice I'm feeling, not feeling, but tasting that early spring or springtime fresh cut grass, a little bit of sour bitterness, which is really good. With a bit of orange. Like if you grate an orange peel for the zest. And like a light flowery taste. Like wildflower taste. It's really pleasant. Laying down comm lines so frontline had communications. Nice. Definitely not an easy job. Ooh, Cloud Bear blend. What is that? Is it like an English, an aromatic? I picture getting like a grizzly bear high on the wacky tobacco and watching him look like he's floating in the clouds because he's all high and stuff. That's what I imagine. I haven't tried a blackberry tobacco yet. I'm kind of interested in. I heard the Country Squire's black cherry is really good. It's almost comparable to Colt. No, I'm not in Discord yet. I just started this, so I'm going to grow the channel first and then start up a Discord. So probably when I get close to 100 subscribers. Thank you, Francisco. I try to be, just try to be level-headed, not get too passionate about stuff. I mean, I can, especially when it comes to dumb shit that people do and mainstream media wants to push the narrative on. But I try to keep that to myself because not everybody agrees. That's another cherry I want to try is Captain Black. If y'all can do me a favor and put me out there to your subscribers, that would be awesome because I'd really like to grow this channel a lot. This is my relaxed channel. I do another podcast with Cliff 3188 or whatever his. Oh, I forgot it's not touchscreen. What is my buddy's call sign? Yeah, Cliff 3188. I do another one podcast with him. It's called Out of Service, one word, and you can find us. The easiest way to find us on YouTube is Out of Service 27. So Out of Service is one word, and then conjoined on the number 2 and the number 7. Go at us, and we do shows Wednesdays and Saturdays, and that's when we kind of talk about the crazy stuff. Last couple months we did the 7 deadly sins. We didn't go into the religious aspect. We went into more of the philosophical aspect of it. Yeah, I really like the fruity flavors. I like just that I don't know what you'd call it. Taste. Your gym teacher is a veteran, but too scary as fuck. Hey, it happens. You meet a lot of like our special operation guys, whether mainly like from the Marine Corps, and then some of our top tier Delta operators. They can get kind of scary, where you don't want to really piss them off. I got a buddy who was a civilian contractor and worked for one of those security firms in the Middle East, and he went through basically the civilian version of special operations warfare training, but like for a civilian. He's scary, but he's very freaking smart. He's got a couple doctorates and stuff, and he's one guy you don't want to piss off, because he just needs to make a few phone calls and he'll make your life a living nightmare. I've seen him do it. It's freaking crazy. But he's a really good guy if you're really cool with him. Yeah, Afghanistan was tough. Just because of the tribal aspect to it. You have you're helping two different villages, and they hate each other, and then they find out, and all shit goes to hell on high water. Sounds like he's very tough on respect, where you don't look at him funny or something like that. Most vets will give you their shirt off their back until you screw them over. Then we just hate your guts. Discipline. That's a very good thing. Being very strict teaches discipline. And it's great to learn discipline at a very young age. With my two youngest, I'm working on teaching them discipline of yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, stuff like that. My older two, I didn't really do that with them, and that went great. So yeah. But again, just do me a favor and push the push my channel for me to if you got subscribers, and just help this community grow. Permission to laugh granted. I had a few platoon sergeants like that. They would come off the trail of being drill sergeants, so they'd still have that really direct, squared away, yes sergeant, no sergeant mindset, which is good. It kind of gets everybody in check and back in order with discipline, but it gets real annoying too. But yeah, so my next taste test I'll be testing is some Hearth and Home 10 to Midnight Flake, I believe is what it's called. It is a very strong, so here's what the flake looks like. It's a very strong English blend. I'm not too familiar with the different types of tobacco, like Virginia and everything. Yeah, it is a bag. Yeah, that's what I've been told. It's heavy Latakia, and I'm not that big of a fan of Latakia, but in this particular blend, it came out really good, and so I really enjoy the smoke, and I enjoy it on. My stem is coming out. My Sassini Friar, which is a, if I can see the damn numbers, a 55 Gulf, 55G. Yes, I served in Afghanistan as well. I was in the Patika province, which is RC East, and I was along the border of Pakistan. I dealt with more of gate guard and dealing with the local nationals bringing supplies onto the base. So that was fun. I preferred Iraq, more educated. Which one was more stressful? Ooh. I would say my first deployment to Iraq was very stressful. I was part of the surge in Baghdad in 2007, 2008, and was there for 15 months. My unit basically set all the T-walls, walling off the neighborhoods to gain control over Al-Qaeda. That was a tough one. We lost a lot of people that deployment. My second one was a breeze in the park. I actually got hit by my first IED on the second one that directly was targeted towards me. Then the third deployment, which was Afghanistan, it was stressful because of how uneducated Afghanis are. And so you got your translator there and telling them what to do, and they look at the translator like, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. I'm an idiot. So I got to get a little bit more physical in Afghanistan with getting people to obey what I would direct them with. Tilt this down just a bit so you guys can watch me pack it. He smells fear. I don't know if you're referring to your gym teacher. I wouldn't say he smells fear. He smells a lack of discipline. So he uses fear tactics of discipline to gain discipline and show who's the boss. One thing I will say, if you have a teacher that is ex-special forces and you piss them off, learn to duck. I'd say any veteran teacher that was either combat arms or in direct support of combat arms. Having That's a good one, Francisco. Man, this is good. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for our special forces community from any country, really, because the crap they go through with training and the crap they have to do and deal with is intense. So the shirt says, "Only you can prevent terrorism and smoke. You bear with an M60." Yeah, Pop always has good stories. What do you do? Do a pressure point hold on you? Don't mind the people in the background. That house is behind me is for sale as well, so it's getting toured. So I get a nice barbecue, woodsy, slight leathery taste out of 10 to midnight. Very pleasant. Like I said, Francisco, combat deployments are not easy. You have your garrison soldiers and you have your deployment soldiers, and I was a deployment soldier, right? In garrison, I'd always be getting in trouble. But when I was out in combat, I was the one who you would go to get shit done. But I had a lot of fun deploying, though. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. Scary as that hell, but still just fun. My second deployment, my colonel for my battalion snapped a couple control arms on their Humvee, and we couldn't use a wrecker to pull it with, so they had to bring me out there with my palletized loading system and lift the Humvee up onto that and chain it down and bring it back. Broke a couple ball joints and twisted up a control arm on it. That was fun. There's stuff I just won't talk about, but most of it I can. I just know where to draw the line. So if you ask me something that I don't want to answer, I just won't acknowledge the question. But you're good. You can ask away. See the Taki Laba Huba or whatever. Huh. Oh, Lab Chihuahua, yeah. He, very vocal, very opinionated dog. It's nice at night when I'm sitting out in the garage. I have him on a lead. And so I sit facing into the garage to watch TV. And he'll let me know if there's someone behind me right away. Pongo, enough. You're a good boy, but sometimes you just get a little too opinionated, bud. But Francisco, if Russia keeps screwing around, I could see possibly you being deployed eventually, if Spain gets drug in somehow. Well, thanks for me inspiring you. It takes a special person to enlist, whether as an officer or as an enlisted soldier. It's only usually about 1% of the population that do it. So you become part of a very finite club. Then it's 1% of that 1% that becomes like a special force type. Yeah, it is a modern World War II with drones. It's the Ukraine and Russia is not an easy battle. If Article 5 in the NATO agreement gets activated, Russia is going to have a world of hurt. Not to talk on any other countries saying that they're not strong enough, but I do believe if the U.S. were to throw their full might against Russia, that we would put a real big hurt on Russia, and that would back them into a corner to where they could possibly use nuclear weapons. That's my belief. Adding in all the other NATO countries, that could create other fronts along the eastern border with Russia's western border, and would put a big damper on it. If the U.S. were to get involved, I doubt China would really help them, because they would seize the opportunity to attack Taiwan, because we would be more focused on Ukraine. But my thing is, I see our interest in Taiwan, but for how small it is, I don't think we should be standing toe-to-toe with Russia, or not with Russia, with China over it. That just let China have it. That's my opinion. Well, you want the Geneva Convention because that prevents war crimes. But I get what you're saying. Poland, if Russia... I'd say if Russia conquers China, or no, if Russia conquers Ukraine, I see Poland on the chopping block next. I really do think Putin wants to gain back the territories that they had as the USSR. China, yeah, will always profit by selling shit. I've worked with Polish special forces, and those guys are fucking crazy. We rolled up on an IED one time, and they ended up not wanting to wait for EOD, so they moved an armored vehicle up just close enough and had a guy standing behind it shooting it with his rifle to detonate it. That fucking is crazy. Yeah, they've had time to set up and come up with a battle rhythm plan for the defense of Poland, because they're watching what's going on in Ukraine and learning from it in order to help mitigate the impact on them if Russia were to invade. But if Russia does actually strike Poland and causes casualties, I think it'll have to happen 2 or 3 times before we see Poland go, okay, that enough is enough. We've ignored you. Now we're going to fight you. Oh yeah, every country has enemies inside their borders. Both international and domestic. Refugees, yes. Where they're running away from their problems, but then they want to push it onto that new country. Not too long ago, they rounded up, like a week or so ago, they rounded up 8 personnel or cells of ISIS terrorists throughout the United States. Holy shit, Jackal's in here. Jackal, you better fucking subscribe to my channel. I take it you meant to write arm myself and not army myself? Well, yeah, look what they did to Germany. Ha ha, Jackal, you're funny. Yeah, I gotta get me some more weapons. You never have enough, especially in the state of Texas. 30-06. Those are fun weapons. But yeah, I'd see if Russia could convince China to open up a new front on the war to drag us into it to where it splits our forces, then it'd be a very tough battle. We'd be fully in World War III by then. Yeah, 2-gun minimum. Uh, the Iran is, but to what point we don't know, because why are they? I know that's just because they see the U.S. as a major enemy of theirs, but I don't see it benefiting them being in cahoots with Russia. I see it as a detriment over time. I think a select few hate non-Muslims, but a lot of them tolerate. Yeah, they do that, but like I said, it's usually a select few. I've got 2 small kids, so I've been really working on not swearing. Cheers to that. No, I do not. I got a big old kegerator right here. Jackal's right. Yes, the kegerator. Good home cooking, beer, whiskey, and all the other shit I shouldn't be eating as a diabetic. But I do it anyways. You only live once. And tobacco, yeah. So, true story is I actually quit tobacco for about 6 years and then decided to get back into it. But I was smoking cigarettes and stuff and not doing the good kind, I guess you could call it. Sitting on the throne with a beer and a stream. Same laugh out loud tobacco that is. I'm more of a whiskey guy than a beer guy, but I drink beer. I used to be into all that craft beer stuff, and then I was just like, okay, I'm over it. Yes, especially if you're exposed to burn pits, like I was. Yeah, I've been drinking Miller Lite. It's alright. Now, is that just one drink, Jackal, or is that a several drinks of scotch? Just all the bullshit we were burning in the burn pits. It was like, throw everything in there. Who cares if it's bad to breathe in? I like scotch around the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas time frame, New Year's. Then whiskey the rest of the year. And I don't have a particular brand that I really, really like. Time to start double fisting pipes. Yes, Cuban and Scotch / bourbon / whiskey is a great mixture. I really don't like tequila. It's really hard on my stomach. Doesn't end up being a very pleasant smoke. I like certain aromatics and I like certain Englishes. I really am still new to this, and so I uh, I enjoy both right now. Tequila. Oh, makes shine. You make oak barrels and char them yourself and let it sit. And remember, Texas Saint, you don't have to believe in your government, but you have to believe in your country. Because when it comes time to make changes, because we don't like the government, we do that with our vote. Remember, to be free, we can't not be dependent on the government. We have to be self-sufficient. Um, Relying on uh, young people relying on Social Security, and which is a difference from SSDI. Just want to put that out there. If you're a mom with 8 kids by 8 different dads, you shouldn't be getting Social Security. You shouldn't be getting a check from the government. You shouldn't be getting a max refund on your taxes. You need to work to support your children, not take free stuff from the government. What do you mean? Do you think it was worth it? Yeah, British government has its own issues, I believe. I know I'm not British and I don't live there, but I do recognize that. Ah, from South Africa. I've seen you on whatchamahoozits on Zach's channel. With in conjunction with Russia and Ukraine, I see it giving Ukraine an upper hand, but war is not a pretty thing, and it destroys millions of people's lives. Oh, Iraq and Afghanistan? Afghanistan, yeah, because we had Al Qaeda there, which was being housed by Osama bin Laden, and he was the mastermind of the person that said, yeah, go ahead and slam the planes into the towers and the Pentagon and everything. But thank you, Smoking Saeed. Well, when Iraq, I believe, was Bush's attempt to finish his daddy's war. I'll say that out loud, I don't care. We could have, if we really just wanted to oust Saddam, we could have gone in there and we could have secured the country fully and gotten a new government in place right away, but we didn't. Yeah, we got Saddam out of there. We got his sons killed. Did wonderful things for that country with doing that, but I feel that we could have done it better than what we did. I figure it was just a way to finish his daddy's war. And what I'm referring to is the first Gulf War. We did build it up. We put in numerous power plants to help out rebuild their electrical grid that was just crap. We built a lot of schools, a lot of public works stuff. Iraq was more successful than Afghanistan for the simple fact of the people in Iraq are more educated, and yes, they do believe in their sect, so Sunni, Shia, Kurd, stuff like that. But at times they can get along to benefit the country. Yeah, it's hard to, especially with the older generations, to enact change in them because of the fact they've gotten so used to it, they don't want it to change. Like for me, for instance, is this woke bullshit. what happened to sticks and stones might break my bones, but names will never hurt me? Or if somebody says something you don't like, you're like, you know what, that's their opinion. Fuck them. I don't care. I'm just going to leave it. I mean, I've been called sexist just because I'm a white male. I look at them and go, hey, I didn't choose to be white. I was made that way. Just like you weren't born to be a man, you were born to be a woman. I have no problem with lesbians or gays. Got a ton of friends that are gay. But the let's just call it the alphabet group. They pushing their agenda has left a very sour taste in my mouth. And that's because I don't want them cramming their ideology down my throat. Because there's no need for that. Well, fuck. After about 10 years after I got in, they started getting this bullshit called stress cards. Oh, drill sergeant, you're too stressing me too much. I need a 10-minute break. See, race is not a skin color at all. Race is the human race. It doesn't matter if you're black, you're brown, you're Asian, you're white. That has Middle Eastern, that has nothing to do with race. Race is what we are as a collective. So, when people call you racist, technically they're saying that you hate humans in general, which is not true. We don't hate humans. We hate people. Jackal puts it right. There's different ethnicities. When they say make America great again, we need to go back to how it was in the 50s and 50s, where raising the younger generation was yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. That's just my opinion. Give your kid a good ass whooping when he needs it. Because there's a distinct line of ass whooping and then child abuse. Kids need ass whooping. An ass whooping is not child abuse. Yeah, they got it too easy and they want to play victim. Because it's easier to play victim than have to stand up for what you believe in. You not liking a particular ethnicity, in my opinion, does not make you racist. You're allowed to not like them. It's when you start getting derogatory towards them is when you cross the line. But just to say, hey, I don't like Muslims because the non-extremists don't do anything to silence the extremists, that's legit. That was always my question to Middle Easterners when I was over in the Middle East. Why do you let these people give you guys a bad name? Why do you let them push their agenda and you don't silence them and speak out against them? There's more of you than them. Yes, they use violence to gain control. Use violence to push back. They shoot one of your guys, you shoot 5 of theirs. Trust me, there's not enough of them to keep them alive if you keep shooting 5 of them for every one. Everybody wants to call out that white people are racist, yet they're trying to do the same thing towards white people that we did towards them, but they call it not being racist. That's one thing I just don't understand. Francis brings up a good point. Sometimes those people are making themselves hated. Perfect examples, the LGBTQ plus ABC, whatever you want to call them, community. And what gets me is, if you look back in history, especially for slavery, it wasn't the whites capturing these black people and selling them. It was other African tribes that were enslaving them and then selling them to the white people. Whites didn't create slavery. Blacks did. They tried not to put it in your history books, but it should be in there. Yes, Francisco, yes. Yeah, they enslaved, the Africans had enslaved, or the Egyptians enslaved the Jews. Little raisin heads. That's funny. Fat people in general that have that wrinkly head, like a raisin, or raisin heads. That's, Francisco, that you bring up a very good, very, very good point. And it's not taught in history. You guys are making good conversation. I didn't expect to go this long. Keep it up and we'll keep talking. Pongo. Yeah, Sapper, on our other channel, I've gone up to, on out of service, I've gone up to 2 hours before. Saeed, you're a hoot. I loved running when I was younger. I did cross country and track. Dude, it's nice and cool here. It's not that bad being in the shade. Yeah, when it gets August, it sucks. Where are you at in Texas? Texas Cent? I'm like 20 minutes, 30 minutes away from Sapper Smokes down in San Antonio. Yeah, he could. I bet you he'd make better decisions than most of those people in Congress. Okay. Yeah, I know where that is. Caught my cardboard I had sitting here on fire, dumping ash out on it. So I'm trying to get it to stop burning. What's it here? Let me get out the good old cellular phone. Check the weather. It is 87 and feels like 92. Yeah, that's the nice thing about a portion of the YouTube pipe community is, yes, we can have these conversations and not freak out about what somebody says. That we just discuss it in like a actual discussion, like an adult. Like I said, we're all entitled to our own opinion. We just can't get mad at other people's. It's fun to crack jokes. Just when the person says stop, you just stop. You got one leg, Saeed? You lose a leg and a pecker at the same time? So can we call you Peg Leg Saeed? My favorite is you can't fix stupid. And then you go, oh yeah, hold my beer. This is going to hurt real bad, but yes, you can. Prosthetic Saeed. That has a cool ring to it. I like it. Five toes. That's got a good ring to it as well. I unfortunately have all my appendages. Pogo Stick Saeed, hopscotch champion. He's the master of hopscotch. The grandmaster. The man, the myth, the legend. So for those that are new in here, please comment, like, subscribe. Especially if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. This is all we do. We just hang out, have pipe, have good conversation, listen to what others have to say, and not get offended. That's the key thing, is we act like adults here. We don't act like children. Saeed, you've got one leg to stand on. You just don't have two. You can't lift your other leg and put it down and say the foot is down. You gotta hop. And that kind of defeats the purpose of the my foot is down. Yeah, you got to give an arm and a leg. Y'all have been great. I really appreciate the interaction that we have. It means a lot to me, guys. Thank you. No, Iron Skull and Godzilla are still asleep because we ran late today and they got put down late for their naps. So people in here understand that if you do start offending and not dropping the issue and causing problems in my chat, that I have no problem putting you on timeout. And then if that doesn't work, then I have no problem blocking you. This is supposed to be a what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just call it an adult environment where we adult and not children. Godzilla is my 4-year-old. Saeed. That is funny. Yes, Cliff. You are correct. And if there's an issue you're having, don't report it to YouTube. Just tell me. I'll work on fixing it. That's part of adulting. Keep it at the lowest level. Yeah, that is my issue, and I need to get that fixed. That's why I keep asking everybody if they got channels to promote my channel and help grow, because in return, I will promote your channel and help you grow. But I know right now I'm getting most of my subscribers from Sapper Smokes, so it's kind of hard to promote his channel since y'all are coming over from there. But yeah, if you start promoting my channel, just give me a shout out, let me know, and I will go ahead and promote y'all. And I'll subscribe. Yeah, he is. Let's see here. Let me check out and see what my current level of subscribers are. Well, let me refresh this and see what my other channel is. Woohoo! Got 40 now. Y'all don't forget. Go over to, I'll write it here in the comments. It's out of service. Wow, I'm having a brain fart on how to spell service. There we go. 27. Just look us up on YouTube at that, and you'll find my other channel that I do with Cliff 3188. Let's go to my other channel, switch accounts, add army. I am currently sitting at 14 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe right now. Thank you, Texas Cent. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sapper Smokes. I appreciate it. On Out of Service, we stream Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we may start streaming Mondays. We haven't decided yet. So, what are y'all's favorite pipes and tobaccos? I'm gonna dump this out in the dirt. I heard EMP is pretty good. Yeah, I enjoy aromatics as well as Englishes. I have to say right now, Warhorse Green, Warhorse Red, Golden Slice, and then I really enjoy Cigar International's blend of chocolate mousse. I didn't think I would like them either, but there's a few that I like. I like that leathery, barbecuey taste that I get from them. Yeah, Francisco, everybody's tongue is built a little differently. So you'll pick up on different flavors. And English to you may just taste like an ashtray, but for me, I would pick up those barbecuey, smoky, earthy flavors. What's a better lane 1Q? I don't know what you mean by that. See, I really like Colt Red Blood Moon. Because it really does, when you smoke it, taste like cherries. So that's very pleasant. I corncob that because I don't like ghosting my pipes. With Virginias and Cavendish. Okay. I haven't. So is 1Q the brand? Francisco. I'll have to give it a try. Edward Hobbs, okay. Excuse me. Thank you, Angry Dracolope, for subscribing. Ah, I'm 38. I don't have time to fish. I got 2 little ones. I wish I did. You like to fish and smoke at the same time. That's a very good, peaceful thing. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up now. Almost at 2 hours, and I've got 2 little ones that are about to be up hopefully soon. So I gotta go and play dad now. And I'm sorry, but family first, YouTube second. Gotta have them to be behind you to be successful in this. So you all have a wonderful time. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. appreciate everybody, and I will see you next time. You all take it easy and have a good time. Later.